When news came that Perry Bamonte had passed away, it felt like a piece of music history had quietly slipped away. Perry was a musician who could play many instruments and quietly helped shape the sound of one of the most famous alternative rock bands, The Cure. He was 65 years old and had been fighting a brief illness at home. Even though his death was sad, it gave fans a moment to remember everything he had done and how he made music feel alive. Perry was not just a musician on stage. He was someone who connected deeply with the people he worked with. The band remembered him as creative, calm, and someone who could always be counted on. They even had a special nickname for him, Teddy. That little detail shows the friendships and trust he built over decades with the people around him. The fact that he passed during a holiday period made the loss even harder for everyone, but his work and influence remain forever. Perry Arcangelo Bamonte was born in London on September 3, 1960. He grew up in a world full of music, and his path to becoming part of The Cure started in a surprising way through family. His younger brother, Daryl, worked as a tour manager for The Cure and another famous band, Depeche Mode. This connection opened a door for Perry that would eventually shape his entire career. In 1984, Perry joined the Cure's road crew. At first, he was not playing music on stage. He was helping behind the scenes, doing tasks most fans would never see. For 5 years, he worked as Robert Smith's personal assistant and guitar technician. During this time, he learned how the band's sound worked from the inside. He even learned to play piano and keyboards, taught by Robert Smith's sister, Janet. All of this prepared him for the moment when he would step fully into the spotlight. That moment came in 1990 when the Cure's keyboard player, Roger O'Donnell, left the band. Perry moved from being part of the crew to a full band member. He played guitar, keyboards, six-string bass, and even some percussion. He could play whatever the music needed, which made him incredibly valuable to the band. His first big recordings appeared on the 1992 album, Wish. On that album, he played on several songs, including the huge hit Friday I Am in Love. That album became one of the band's most successful, and Perry's contributions were a big part of it. He continued to play on other albums like Wild Mood Swings in 1996, Blood Flowers in 2000, and The Cure in 2004. During his first time with the band, he played more than 400 shows over 14 years. That meant he spent a lot of time traveling and performing, showing how dedicated he was to music. In 2005, the band went through changes, and Perry, along with Roger O'Donnell, left the band. Even though it seemed sudden, Perry and Robert Smith stayed on good terms. After leaving, Perry spent time focusing on other passions. He got into fly fishing and became an illustrator, creating artwork for Fly Culture magazine. He also continued making music, joining the British rock supergroup Love Amongst Ruin and playing on their 2015 album, Lose Your Way. One of Perry's most special moments came in 2019 when he joined past and present members of the Cure at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. This was a chance to celebrate everyone who had contributed to the band's long-lasting influence. It was a recognition of the work he had done both on stage and behind the scenes. Perry returned to the Cure again in 2022, surprising many fans. He joined the band for their Lost World tour, which started in Latvia and went on for several months. During this second tour, he played around 90 shows. Many fans and critics felt that his return brought a new energy to the band. The tour ended with a special concert called The Show of a Lost World in London, just weeks before Perry passed away. This performance was connected to Songs of a Lost World, the band's first album in 16 years. A documentary of the show was also released, capturing Perry's talent for the world to see. Before his passing, plans were already in place for more shows through 2026, including a headline appearance at the Isle of Wight Festival. This shows that Perry was still active and ready to perform, making his sudden death even more unexpected. Those who worked with him remember Perry as more than just a musician. He was kind, supportive, and focused on making the music the best it could be. Even outside music, his work as an illustrator showed his creativity went beyond sound. His love of fly fishing reflected another side of him, a quiet, thoughtful person who found peace in calm moments. Fans and colleagues also remember how he made life on the road easier. He was not the type to demand attention or take the spotlight. He just quietly made things better. His presence allowed the band to focus on the music, creating performances that felt alive and rich. Perry's passing left a big hole, but it also reminded everyone of how much he gave to the world. From helping set up equipment to playing instruments on hit songs, from touring the world to creating visual art, he showed dedication, creativity, and kindness. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recognized his contributions, and the new documentary makes sure his artistry is preserved forever. Looking at his life as a whole, Perry's journey is inspiring. He showed that talent combined with hard work and dedication can create amazing opportunities. He was willing to do whatever was needed for the music, whether it was playing keyboard on a hit song or adding guitar textures to darker tracks. His adaptability and skill helped The Cure create the layered, atmospheric sound that fans loved for decades. The documentary shows of a lost world ensures that future generations can experience Perry's work live, even though he is no longer here. It captures his skill, his heart, and the energy he brought to performances. Fans, musicians, and the music community remember him not just for what he could do, but for how he treated people, with quiet professionalism, warmth, and generosity. Perry Bamonte's story shows how someone can grow from small beginnings into a legend. He started as a helper behind the scenes and became a musician recognized worldwide. He became part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and influenced an era of alternative music. His life reminds us that being creative, kind, and adaptable can make a difference that lasts far beyond a single person's life. Even though he is gone, the music he helped create will continue to be heard, loved, and remembered. Perry's work shaped the Cue's sound for decades and gave fans moments they will never forget. His legacy is one of talent, dedication, and a quiet brilliance that made music richer for everyone who experienced it.